We've all been there, the excitement of a new relationship, the thrill of getting to know someone, the hopes of it blossoming into something deeper. But, as time passes, the initial spark can sometimes fade, and we're left wondering, what's the secret to keeping a relationship healthy? Is it communication? Trust? Respect? While all of these elements are essential, there's one rule that stands above the rest, a fundamental principle that shapes every successful, lasting connection. The number one rule for healthy relationships is this: understanding and valuing each other's needs. On the surface, it might seem like a simple concept, but in practice, it's one of the most challenging aspects of human connection. People are complex, and their needs, emotional, physical, intellectual, and social, can be just as unique as their personalities. The trick to a thriving relationship isn't about expecting your partner to meet all of your needs or always agreeing on everything. Instead, it's about truly understanding the nuances of your partner's desires, fears, dreams, and limitations, and doing the same for yourself. In this article, we will explore how this rule of mutual understanding becomes the foundation of every strong relationship. We'll break down the psychology behind it, dive into the real-world challenges couples face when trying to align their needs, and offer actionable strategies to cultivate an environment where both partners feel truly seen, heard, and valued. From conflict resolution to building empathy, the way you understand and respond to each other's needs can either make or break your connection. The core of every relationship, understanding each other's needs. Healthy relationships are not about perfection, nor are they about always having everything in common. The key is recognizing that both partners come to the relationship with their own set of values, goals, and vulnerabilities. The number one rule focuses on how you choose to engage with these differences. The foundation of every relationship, whether romantic, familial, or friendship, rests on mutual understanding. When one partner feels misunderstood or neglected, emotional distance starts to grow. This can lead to resentment, frustration, and eventually, the dissolution of the connection. However, when both partners actively work to understand each other's emotional and practical needs, they create an environment where both can thrive. To illustrate this, let's explore how this rule applies in real relationships. Communication breakdown. One of the most common issues in relationships is a breakdown in communication. Without understanding each other's needs, messages get lost in translation. One person might express a need for more quality time, while the other might interpret it as an attack on their independence. Understanding the underlying need, for closeness and connection, helps both partners navigate these conversations with greater empathy. Different love languages. People express and receive love in different ways. Some people need constant verbal affirmation, while others feel love through acts of service or physical touch. Understanding your partner's love language can prevent feelings of neglect or confusion. When you learn to meet each other's emotional needs in the way that is most meaningful to them, you strengthen the bond between you. Conflict and negotiation. No relationship is without conflict. But the way a couple handles disagreements speaks volumes about their level of understanding. Healthy conflict resolution isn't about winning an argument, it's about understanding the emotional triggers behind the conflict and finding solutions that honor both partners' needs. When each person feels heard and respected, conflict can actually strengthen the relationship by fostering greater trust and emotional intimacy. The power of active listening and empathy. Active listening is not just about hearing words, it's about understanding the emotions behind those words. In any relationship, the ability to truly listen to each other is crucial. Many arguments stem from miscommunication or from one partner feeling dismissed or unheard. This is where empathy plays a significant role. When you can walk in your partner's shoes and see the world from their perspective, it becomes easier to navigate differences and offer the support they need. However, this doesn't mean ignoring your own needs. It's important to strike a balance between being attuned to your partner's emotional world and communicating your own needs in a healthy way. Navigating needs in the real world. Life is full of challenges, stressful jobs, financial worries, personal insecurities, and family dynamics. These external factors often impact the way we show up in relationships. What happens when one partner is under stress or struggling with their own issues? Understanding each other's emotional needs becomes even more crucial during these times. The pressure of life can cause people to withdraw, lash out, or shut down. In these moments, a solid understanding of each other's needs allows couples to offer patience, kindness, and support without letting the relationship falter under stress. Moreover, needs evolve over time. What you need from your partner at one stage of the relationship might differ drastically from what you need later on. For instance, during the early stages, you may crave excitement and adventure, but as the relationship matures, you might prioritize stability and emotional security. Recognizing and adapting to these changing needs helps relationships stay flexible and resilient. How to cultivate understanding and value each other's needs. While the idea of understanding and valuing each other's needs sounds simple, applying it requires consistent effort. Let's explore practical steps that you can take to strengthen your relationship. Regular check-ins. Take time to check in with each other regularly. Ask open-ended questions like, "How have you been feeling lately?" or "Is there something I can do to support you right now?" This allows both partners to communicate their needs without waiting for a crisis. Non-defensive communication. When discussing your needs, approach the conversation with openness. Avoid blaming or accusing language, and instead, focus on "I" statements to express your emotions. For example, "I feel disconnected when we don't spend enough time together," rather than "You never make time for me." Create space for vulnerability. Often, people hide their needs because they fear rejection or criticism. Creating a safe space for vulnerability is essential. Encourage each other to share not just needs but fears and insecurities as well. Give and take. Needs in a relationship are never one-sided. Both partners need to be willing to meet each other halfway. Recognize that compromise is not about losing, it's about finding a balance where both of you feel heard and valued. Conclusion. The number one rule for healthy relationships: understand